All right. Good evening, students. My name is Divya. I welcome you in the session of Companies Act, whereby we are revising the MCQs related to Companies Act 25 on YouTube and 25 next on the course. Kindly confirm me if I'm clearly audible and visible to you. Okay. Good evening, Afsha. Very good evening. Please tell me if I'm clearly visible and audible. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for confirmation. Okay, good evening, Mudra. Good evening, Ayush. Good evening, Janvi. Good evening, Himanshu. All right, let's begin with the question number one without wasting any time. What is the maximum interest rate payable by a company for delaying the dividend payment beyond 30 days as per the Section 127 of the Companies Act 2013? Yesterday we did it for the 15 days, and today is the question for the 30 days. Okay. Himanshu, Rajavardhan, Mudra, Ishita, Afsha, everyone is right. The right answer is C. It's 18%. Okay. For 15 days, it's 15%. Okay. In case of government company, in case of government company who appoints the auditor according to the provisions of section 139 of the Companies Act 2013. Wonderful, Emanchu. It is appointed by the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, that is the CAG. Very good, very good, very good, Janvi, Mudra. All of you are absolutely correct. Section 152 of the Companies Act 2013 requires a director to have a direct identification number. Which of these is not a valid reason for the cancellation of DIN? Okay, so the answer is the visible here. Unfortunately, the answer is A. This is not a valid reason for the cancellation. Misrepresentation in fraudulent activities, inaccurate or incomplete information in DIN application, and non-filling of annual returns by the company. So this is the right answer. Okay, tell me what is the DIN? Reply me in the comment section with what is DIN. Since the answer is given here, I want you to reply me that what is DIN. Okay. Quickly, everyone, quickly. I know the full form that is also given over here, but what is this? Who issues this? Okay. So it is a 8-digit director identification number allotted by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs to any individual who wishes to become a director of the company in India. Okay. It is of 8-digit allotted by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next question. According to Section 184 of the Companies Act 2013, a director must disclose his interest in other entities. In the case of failure to do so, what is the penalty imposed on the director? Absolutely correct, Himanshu. Rishi, you are right. Within 30 days. All right. Question number 4. No, it's not B. Are you sure it's B? The correct answer is option number A. It's 50 lakh. It should not be less than 50,000, but it can be extended to 1 lakh. Okay, so the right answer, option number A, 1 lakh. Okay, 50,000 is the minimum limit, but the limit is actually 1 lakh. Okay. According to the section, अगर यहाँ पे पूछा होता कि minimum, तो फिर 50 हो सकता था, but 1 lakh is the correct answer. According to the section 433 of the Companies Act 2013, which legal principles apply to proceedings for National Company Law Tribunal and the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal? Question number 5, everyone. The provisions of the Limitation Act, international arbitration law, the principles of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, the guidelines of the European Union law, and the regulation of the Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is the SEBI. Question number 5, everyone. I'm getting the multiple answers over here, A and C. Himanshu says A, Rishi says C, Mudra says A, Afsha says C. Okay. Okay. Fine. So correct answer over here is option number A, provisions of the Limitation Act. Can anybody tell me what is the Limitation Act 1963? Sorry. What is the Limitation Act 1963? All the regular students, I want you to write this into chat. What is the Limitation Act? Himanshu, Rishi, Mudra, Afsha, Ayush, Janvi, everyone. Okay. I'm moving on to the next. Under the Companies Act 2013, what is the primary role of the Registrar of Companies? Question number 6. Question number 6, everyone. Limit. Okay, so question number 6. Absolutely. What is the primary role of the Registrar of Companies? Is it to regulate the stock market? No. To oversee the mergers and acquisitions, to register companies, and ensure compliance with statutory requirements, to adjudicate disputes among shareholders, to manage government shareholdings in public sector enterprises. Yes, the correct answer is C. It provides a timeline to the person to initiate action if his benefits are getting compromised. Okay, Rishi, you're correct over here. Limitation Act is a law in India that fixes the time limits within which you must file a case, appeal, or application in the court. Okay. Okay. Moving on to the next. The right answer is C over here. Everybody's right over here. Question number 7. Under the Companies Act, which statement is true regarding the liability for misstatement in a prospectus? Only the company CEO and CFO are liable. Directors, promoters, and experts involved in the prospectus are liable. Liability is limited to financial penalties without any imprisonment. Only external auditors are held liable. And liability is exclusively civil, not criminal. Liability for misstatement in a prospectus. I believe yesterday also we did this question. It was question number 1 or question number 26. How far I remember is that. Yes, the correct answer is okay. Himanshu, Rishi, Janvi, Ayush, Mudra, Afsha, Anjali, Ajay, everyone is right over here. The right answer is option number B. For the misstatement in a prospectus, not only the company but also directors, promoters, any experts involved can be liable and can face potential penalties or even imprisonment. Wonderful, wonderful. In the context of section 179, which of the following powers cannot be delegated by the board to a committee of directors, managing director, manager, or by any principal officer? Question number 8. कौन कौन से पावर्स डेलीगेट नहीं किए जा सकते बोर्ड के द्वारा कमेटी ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर और एनी अदर प्रिंसिपल ऑफिसर को? Absolutely. The right answer is C. 3 powers can be delegated: to borrow monies, to invest the funds of the company, and to grant loans, to approve the financial statements and the board's report. This is the right answer, but because this power cannot be delegated. Okay. Yes. To grant loans or to give guarantee or to provide security in respect of loans can also be granted. Yes, the correct answer is C. When a company issues sweat equity shares, what financial reporting requirement it must adhere to the Companies Act? Question number 9. Okay, issuing sweat equity shares mandates detailed disclosure in the annual report is mandatory. In the company's annual report, including the terms of issuance, pricing, and the class of employees or directors allotted these shares. Take a detailed disclosure is the mandatory. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, Rishi, Mudra, Himanshu, Janvi, everybody's right. Okay, moving ahead. The answer is visible. As per the Companies Act, what is the time frame within which National Company Law Tribunal and the NCLAT are required to dispose of applications or petitions as mentioned in the section 422? The answer is C. It is visible over here. According to the Companies Act 2013, which of the following is not a characteristic of a private company? Question number 11. Why do you think B? What is the minimum members? Restricts the right to transfer its shares, limits the number of its members to 200, prohibits public subscription for its security. Minimum directors 2. Ma'am, can a batch? Yes, you can. I don't know what is it, Shanmit. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but of course you can target SEBI grade A exam. All just that required is you have to prepare well with the subject of commerce. और बहुत ज़्यादा इन डेप्थ क्वेश्चंस नहीं आते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है अगर आप अच्छे से पढ़ते हैं, कंटिन्यूसली रिवीजन करते हैं, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन एनालिसिस कर लेते हैं. You can absolutely target this exam. Okay, there is no rocket science, and many engineers have been targeting this, and many have also cleared this in the past. So you don't have to worry about it. You just have to get a right strategy to go ahead with the preparation. Okay. Okay. Minimum 2. Correct, Rishi. Very nice. B is the right answer. What is the maximum penalty for a company issuing securities in contravention of Section 42 of the Companies Act 2013, private placement provisions? It's a difficult question. 50 lakh, 1 crore, 3 crore, 2 crore or 5 crore? Correct, Himanshu. The right answer is D, rupees 2 crore or the amount raised, whichever is lower. Okay. 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 If a company fails to redeem its debentures on maturity, what action can be taken under the Companies Act 2013? Paper 1, paper 2, you have to prepare for both to get selected. Okay. You cannot choose any one, you have to give both. You can talk to our, if you are confused with starting with the preparation of SEBI grade A, if you have so many queries, you can connect with our counseling team. They'll guide you properly through it. Even after that, if you want to connect with any mentor for this preparations strategy, you can do that as well. I suggest you to please call our counseling team. They'll guide you in a better way for this preparation. Okay. 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 13. No, no, no. Rishi is right over here. Rafsha is right over here. Application to the tribunal for directing the redemption. If a company fails to redeem debentures on maturity, debenture holders or trustees can apply to the tribunal for directing redemption. ठीक है? It is under the section uh, under the section 71 of the Companies Act 2013. ठीक है, यहाँ पर ये पूछा गया है, लेकिन they could have asked you the section also, so remember this. Okay. Okay. Shanmit, I'll give you the number of counseling team at the end of this session, all right? Okay. Sorry. Question number 14. Yes, Himanshu, you're right. What does Section 144 of the Companies Act 2013 prohibit auditors from providing to the company they audit? What does Section 144 of the Companies Act 2013 prohibit auditors from providing to the company they audit? Absolutely. Internal audit services. It is explicitly prohibited because it creates a self-review threat. An auditor would end up checking their own work, है ना? So other prohibited services under Section 144 of the Companies Act are including bookkeeping, investment advisory, and managerial functions. But internal audit is the most commonly tested item. All right. Question number 15. Under Section 161 of the Companies Act 2013, what is the maximum period for which an additional director can hold the office? No, the right answer is this: until the conclusion of the next AGM or last date of which is AGM should have been held, whichever is earlier. Not later, but earlier. Right answer is E. Okay. Question number 16. Under Section 186 of the Companies Act 2013, if a company wishes to make an investment exceeding the specified limits, which type of resolution must it pass in the general meeting? Question number 16, everyone. Earlier और later का फर्क था ना? अर्लियर इज द राइट, जल्दी जल्दी में पढ़ोगे तो गलत ही करोगे. ओके. Okay. Okay, everyone, question number 16. If a company wishes to make an investment exceeding the specified limits, what type of resolution must it pass in the general meeting? It's a very easy question. It is the special resolution. Okay. Everybody is right over here. Himanshu, Afsha, Janvi, Anjali, Ayush, Rishi, all are correct. ठीक है. Question number 17. Which section of the Companies Act 2013 deals with the protection of action taken in the good faith by the NCLT and NCLAT? Question number 17, everyone. Protection of actions taken in a good faith by NCLT and NCLAT. E is not right, Afsha. E is wrong. The right answer is option number A, section 428, not 434. You are wrong here, everyone. The right answer is option number A, 428. 434 is the wrong answer because it deals with this transfer of certain proceedings to NCLT. Okay. The protection of action is comes under the 428. Okay. In the context of Companies Act, deemed prospectus is primarily associated with what? Deemed prospectus, everyone. Question number 18. Government securities, initial public offerings, bonus share issues, offer for sale scenarios, and right issue of shares. Question number 18, everyone. A deemed prospectus is typically associated with the offer for sale scenarios. Absolutely, Himanshu, Ayush, you are right. Securities are sold to the public through an intermediary which ensures transparency and accountability. Okay, the right answer is the offer for sale scenarios. Correct. Under the Companies Act, a company planning to reduce its share capital must first seek approval from. Very easy question. Very general question. किससे अप्रूवल लेना इंपॉर्टेंट होगा? Question number 19. No, not B. If company is planning to reduce its share capital, why would it seek approval from majority of shareholders? Shareholders का approval क्यों लेंगे? Do not do the guesswork over here. If you know the answer, tell me, or everybody is wrong over here. The right answer over here is C, that is the NCLT. Okay, only Janvi Kajal gave the right answer. C. C is the right answer. कंपनी वुड पास द स्पेशल रेजोल्यूशन, जहां पर ये लोग भी चेक करेंगे, लेकिन जो फाइनल अप्रूवल होता है दैट इज डन बाय द एनसीएलटी. ओके, तो थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग था ये, बट ओके एनीवे. Under the Companies Act 2013, the maximum limit for a buyback in any financial year is set at 25% of what? Question number 20, everyone. Yes, the right answer is A, company's total. It should take approval from SEBI. Okay, Rishi. ओके, थोड़ा वो क्वेश्चन ट्रिकी तो था क्योंकि इनके भी अप्रूवल्स रिक्वायर्ड तो होते हैं, बट थ्रू अ स्पेशल रेजोल्यूशन एंड द फाइनल अप्रूवल इज टेकन फ्रॉम द एनसीएलटी. ओके ओके, द क्वेश्चन वाज स्लाइटली कंफ्यूजिंग, बट या एनीवे, बट इस तरह के क्वेश्चन में आपको फाइनल अप्रूवल ही को ही कंसिडर करना चाहिए. ओके. Under the Companies Act 2013, a maximum limit for a buyback in any financial year is set at 25% of the company's total paid up capital and free reserves. Correct. Everyone is correct over here. According to Section 184, when must a director disclose his interest in any company or body, corporate firms, or other association of individuals? आई अग्री कि सबसे पहले शेयर होल्डर्स का अप्रूवल लगता है थ्रू स्पेशल रेजोल्यूशन, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स का भी लगता है, और भी ऑप्शंस थे उसमें, लेकिन जो फाइनल अप्रूवल होता है वो एनसीएलटी का ही लगता है. ओके, सो आई अग्री दैट क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. इट मस्ट फर्स्ट सीक अप्रूवल लिखा है, बट इट शुड बी फाइनल इफ द आंसर इज एनसीएलटी. ओके, अप्रूवल तो इनका भी लगता है, सेबी भी चेक करेगा, बट या द क्वेश्चन हैज सम मिस्टेक. Okay, I hope you know the concept well now. All right. Question number 21. 20 is done or what? Okay, 20 is done. According to Section 184, when must a director disclose his interest in any company or body, corporate, or firms or other association of individual? At the first meeting of the board in every financial year. Absolutely correct. Which section of the Companies Act empowers NCLT and NCLAT to enforce their orders as they were decrees made by the court? Very very important question, and this has been asked in previous year exam. कौन सा साल आया था? I don't remember that, but this question have been asked. NCLT and NCLAT से related section पूछा गया था. Question number 22. Okay, the right answer is B, Section 424. Under the Companies Act 2013, which entity is responsible for regulating the insurance companies in India? Which entity is responsible for regulating the insurance company in India? Very easy question. Obviously, IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Absolutely, absolutely. Moving on to the question number 24. What does a shelf prospectus specifically facilitate for a company under the Companies Act? Question number 24. What does a shelf prospectus specifically facilitate for a company under Companies Act? The right answer is A. Multiple issuances of securities within a year without reissuing a prospectus. Okay, correct. Question number 25. What is the legal implication if a company provides financial assistance for purchasing its own shares? Last question for the session, everyone. What is the legal implication if a company provides financial assistance for purchasing its own shares? The transaction is always void. It leads to automatic winding up of the company. The company's board is immediately dissolved. The company and its officers can be penalized. The company shares are delisted from the stock exchanges. What do you think is the right? Yes, the correct answer is D. The company and its officers can be penalized. Okay. So this is done for today. 25 questions. Now I'll see you all at 5 p.m. on the course with the next set of 25 questions. And I hope you liked the session, you enjoyed the session. And yeah, keep preparing well. Thank you very much.